I suppose actually.
We're sitting already in the Zagato.
Yeah, so it's really cool. Aston Martin.
It does look nice.
Yeah, it's really cool for us because Aston Martin are such a local company to the studio as well. So this is the Vanquish Zagato. They've got a really long-standing relationship with Zagato. There's been cars like all the way through to the DB4 Zagato. It's really cool. The tail lights are a sort of Zagato iconic feature. It's got the double bubble roof. I'm not sure if you can quite see there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's really cool. And there are so many amazing, intricate Zagato design house touches that they've got in it. So if you have a look through it in Forza Vista up close, you'll notice loads of cool little things.
And that's one of the things that always strikes me about Aston Martins. They are just every single detail is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't short of design talent when they're just designing their own cars, and then they've got Zagato in to do this. So it's like, it's a very double layer of awesomeness.
But how does it drive?
Drives pretty good. It's so you know the stats on this one, don't you?
Yes. So this is using Aston Martin's older V12s. This is still normally aspirated. It says 6 litre on the engine cover. It's technically a 5.9.
We like a bit of rounding up.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, you should be rounding. It's like, I think it's 5.935 litres.
It's still closer
just
to
be accurate. Yeah. Makes 600 horsepower, and it's got that beautiful V12 soundtrack that is a signature of Aston Martin's.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the dials that when you're in cockpit, Aston Martin dials meet each other in the centre as opposed to chasing each other like every other car, which is just a lovely feature.
Yes. Why would you not do that?
There we go. Right. So should we move on to the next one?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Well, why don't you pass the controller back over here and we can have a bit of a drive while you
go for it. You
them.
can do that.
All right. What? You
have to go
want to
through
drive?
Which one was showing
our
off?
favourites.
Go into the favourites.
So
that's why.
Press Y, yeah, and choose favourites up in the top there. Great.
Yeah. How about the other Aston Martin?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bottom one.
The top
one. Yeah, that's the one.
Get in the car.
Yes, again, the one that people have been shouting for.
So nice. Go on. You can
this is the kind of the latest from Aston Martin in many ways. This is on the new engine architecture, new chassis architecture as you were as well. So this is now moving to the new codename AE31 engine, which is the 5.5 litre twin turbo V12.
Look at that.
Yeah. So what's better than having a V12? Having a V12 with two turbos on it as well, so I know you approve of that. So
this one's now making 715 horsepower, which is a ludicrous amount.
I love the interior of our cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Aston's particularly.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is like the pinnacle of their lineup at the moment.
Drive it.
But the Superleggera aspect of this goes way back in their history.
Yep. So Superleggera meaning super light. So this is the sporty version of the Vanquish. So it's lighter and it's got more power. So this is the more hardcore version of the Vanquish.
Yes, I think it was. Is it £225,000?
Oh wow.
I think it might be.
Yeah.
For this.
The other one we just had up, the Zagato, is starting price, no options of 525,000. Yeah. So this is comparatively a bargain, really.
Well, yes. I mean, you'd be a fool not to jump it off a danger sign.
Because why not?
Oh, that's cool.
Look at that.
800.
Perfect. They might have some questions when you take it back for a service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do the wheels appear to be pushed up through the?
Yeah.
You're like, oh wow.
It handled it remarkably well, didn't it? Really. I mean,
I was about to say that was
fair
quite
play
good.
to them. That is a fair representation of what it's like driving around Leamington Spa, isn't it?
The potholes we have in a minute.
But I saw one of these actually on my commute to work a while back.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
out towards their factory, and it nearly broke my neck. I was just looking back at it for so long. It was in the beautiful red that they made them, and it's a great looking car.
One of the benefits of the studio being in Leamington is we get to see a lot of Aston Martins and Jaguars and things like that going by.
Yes.
That's it. And sometimes, all wrapped up in the pre-development camouflage, and you have to kind of guess what it is and speculate.
What car I've got today?
That's it.
It's like, who's that Pokemon, but what's that car?
Yeah.
I mean, you remember when we had a bunch of McLarens delivered after in Frontier? They all came in like a closed-sided truck and got
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
That was a pretty cool day.
Yeah,
that wasn't a
bad day.
Yeah.
We'll check out some fancy cars.
Unfortunately, no one handed me any keys. So
Could have been better.
could have been a better day. But, you know.
You get Aston,
We'll
you
take
get a
it.
McLaren, and you get a... Right.
We go for the next one?
Okay.
I was about to say, what else we
Don't
checking?
get
So
too
let's,
far away.
just open
The
and
next
let's go
ones
into the
don't have
car
the
list.
same performance as this one.
So
So if you're going to
cars,
drive back anywhere, we're a bit...
handing my cars.
Cars.
And then just favourites again. So
you
what
go.
should we look at next?
Let's
Which
go for
one?
the Carmen Gear, please.
Okay.
Sky.
I think these
Okay.
are really pretty little cars.
Yeah, that's like a game show selection. I have the Carmen Gear for 3 points. The
like
Type
inside
1 was the Volkswagen
Ooh.
Beetle, Type 2 was the bus, and then they decided that they wanted a
definitely.
sort of a halo car. So this
Oh my
is
God, it's
the Carmen Gear.
There we go.
Gear are an Italian design house, much like Zagato, and Carmen were the people that made it for Volkswagen. And it's a really cool looking car. So it's still based on the architecture of like Volkswagen Beetle, that classic engines right in the back. It's still the flat air-cooled engine. They sound really unique, but it's got that beautiful body on it as well. So in its time, it was really, really popular. It was like perfectly placed in the market, and now it's really coming back like the sort of California surf culture and everything. This car fits so perfectly into it. So I think a lot of people are going to have fun modifying it and making it look their own, because that's exactly what the real world Volkswagen community do. They take it, they customize it, personalize it, usually make it so it's scraping along the tarmac with absolutely no ride height whatsoever.
Can you do that with this one?
Well,
You know,
you can get it pretty low, but I don't think you can get it like...
I didn't actually do this
No.
car, so I don't know how low it'll go.
No, I think Marco's slightly more sensible in terms of...
Chris is
More
like, go all the
sensible with
way.
horsepower and ride height.
He considers speed bumps and curbs and things like that.
Yeah.
Whereas Chris is just put it on the floor.
Let's go.
Give it 1,000 horsepower. It probably doesn't have 1,000
It
horsepower.
might.
Yeah.
I think you can do.
Oh no, here we go.
It might have the 911 GT2 engine swap.
Well,
So that'll be about 1,000.
it's arguably in its lineage to an extent,
Yeah.
isn't it? So
It's basically a 911. The engine's in the back. It's rear-wheel
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Got
all
a
you
flat
need.
engine.
sorry, Volkswagen.
Okay.
So I got a quick question as well. I know we're doing questions mainly at the end, but just because it's in topic, will we possibly be doing any more decades? You know, the 90s, and are they called the noughties?
Yeah, they all called the
Yeah.
noughties.
Yeah.
Why? This is show made. But anything for the future?
Yeah, I think we totally could do.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we've obviously got a couple more decades that we didn't cover. Yeah, and if you guys, if you like them, that we did, we'll keep doing them, and maybe think of some other themes that we can go with and
Yes.
do it throughout the
And I mean,
series.
we're on the cusp of being able to go into the 20s as well. So
Yikes.
So-
Crazy.
Yeah, no, that. Oh wow.
I'd definitely be up for the 90s. That is like
No, yeah.
peak car culture for me. Like, I would get far too excited about that. Probably. Like,
Straight
you'd
on
have
that.
to strap me down to the sofa for
Like-
that month. Like, oh.
Oh my god.
okay, so there's one more.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at that. And that's the actual type.
The actual Type 3, yeah. So this was sort of Volkswagen's evolution, I suppose. So they had the classically styled Beetle. If you think about the look of the Beetle, it's got those lovely arches that go over its very rounded design. And they brought out the Type 3. There were 3 different body styles, and this is the notchback, so-called, because if you look at the sort of side profile of it, it's like a kind of notch at the back. You could also get a fastback and a square back.
Is that legitimately what they called them?
Yeah, for the American markets, that was.
Oh, wow.
It's
Yeah.
like kind of it does what it says on the tin.
Absolutely.
Really,
It's like, I'm
that's-
buying the one with the notchback.
Yeah, that's what like Volkswagens are. It's the people's cars. It's they're sort of what people needed, rather than necessarily going over the top. So yeah, it's a popular little car. You say this one's got a 1600 engine.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
1600, so
Which-
it's the later one.
Is arguably like the best engine that Volkswagen made, the air-cooled flat 4 engine. So like whenever people are modding their classic Volkswagens, they'll usually upgrade to this 1600 engine because it's just it's the best of the lot, really.
Okay.
until you start going nuts and putting Porsche engines and things in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will just swap over into something a little faster to drive around with.
I'll say.
Yeah, you might be
To
a
our
while.
final of the cars.
Yes. Okay. So,
What are you going to choose?
I mean, I would choose Jag, but I'm predictable like that. We'll just get back into this.
Yeah, so what are we going to head over to now?
Right, so I think-
what's up next?
Next, I think we're going to look into what the community has been showing us with the photo slideshow. So for those that are unaware, we do have every stream about a week or so beforehand. I will give you guys a theme on Twitter, and you can just